Hey, hello. Welcome to day 71. And today is International Tap Dance Day. So I'm doing a shout out to all those amazing people who I've enjoyed for years and years and who are celebrating in many different ways today. So Canadian tap, we have a lot of fantastic people. Hello, Jeanette. And hello, Kelly. We have a lot of fantastic people who in Canada are keeping the tap traditions alive and who have gone above and beyond with programs and possibilities for kids and adults to continue. And today what I thought I would do is I thought I would talk about Tai Chi in the garden. And this is a herb for Eastern Meridian's workshop, which was introducing the 5-element theory and in your life. And I started thinking about Tai Chi, and we can now go out in the garden and do Tai Chi. And because of that, there's a lot of things we can exchange with the plants. Plants can exchange with us. So if you're here in the background, I'm hoping you can hear that. That is the oregano plant. It's like amazing. Oregano plant. I'm going to be inspired by it today. And then the second part is behind me. You can see, I know it's a little bit darker because I have too much light coming. This is an oregano plant that comes from BC that I brought back in my suitcase one day. And this is my rosemary plant. And so I thought I would you can do Tai Chi with the plants and just expand your awareness a little bit of how you can enjoy that. So I brought them into the space. The oregano's singing. And I'm just going to come up so I'm a little bit closer to the plants. And gosh, if you could be here, just because I ran my hand, the room filled everything up. And come over here to this beautiful oregano. Oh my gosh! So now I'm just sitting in the most beautiful fragrances. So first, how we experience things, a lot of sensations. So we're going to go out in the garden and we're going to dig. Sit in the plants. You can change, experience them, but you can also change the thoughts that come into your mind. And I think I was presenting at an herbology conference, and we sat in the plants to listen to them. And I had a completely new awareness when I was. So as I'm smelling into the answers today, I'm just going to start with the foot, because you could be in the garden and maybe into the garden, but you're surrounded by pots and plants. At least sit amongst them. We've got the foot exercise. So let's just, and one of the things is just to let the plants know you're there. They will grow. They'll get brighter green just because of your awareness and your attention. Now let's do the other foot. I know you can't see it in there, so I'll just put it in here. Oh my goodness, it smells fantastic in here. Okay. I try to mimic this with essential oils through the winter, but it's delightful when it's for real. Let's just take those feet side to side. And I'm just going to use the regular pattern that I use. There's 2 videos up on the YouTube channel, Tai Chi Wellness and the Seated Forms. There are options of foot exercises, and also she has video footage of some standing ones just holding onto a limited movement. So let's take the heels this time. Your awareness to what you noticed in your back as it's opening. Notice when you sit amongst the plants that your body and you may have more mobility than you had before you sat amongst the plants. You can feel the energy plants. Okay, and I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if I can feel the hair on my arm kind of stand up, that's how I know energy. My energy level, because it's just like all the hair stand up and then they're like waiting for. You just feel it coming from my arms. Okay, so I'm going to go open and close. And just bringing it back and forth. So, notice what your breath is doing. You might notice that it's let go a little bit. And then coming straight forward, you've got your heels. And if you have any limited movement issues, you do not have to move as far as I moved. If you have trouble with one ankle or foot, or you do that, instead of doing the other, that's the side that is limited, you could do a little tiny bit, because again, it's an injury effort, so it might be very small movements, or you can and say and let the other foot and just let that transfer over to the other foot. And that keeps it from having to do movements that it's not quite ready for yet. Okay, let's go open. Could be one foot, one at a time works. And if this is too much for, let's say it's the ankles, just if it's too much, use your hands, and your wrists can mimic down to your ankles. And you can just change how much movement you've got there. I feel like I've got a big concert coming from my piano. This is amazing. Okay, heels. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now, so this is one that's really important for getting the fluid to move in the body. So you've got heel, toe, heel. Slide that foot out, point your toe, or you can lift it off. Whatever is fine. Sliding it out, and again, ankles say, or you maybe your knee where fully get the foot fully, and then this would be here. Okay, so you need to. And Tai Chi is all about in the space of what is comfortable and safe. Body thinks is safe, you're just going to go into tension. Help you at all. Your body will just stay tense. And twisting back. If I'm on the side twist, take your time. I would much rather have movement through the joint than trying to keep up with me. And that's the thing about watching all of this, you do what you need to do. So this time, across, I'm going to slide out and then extend up the back so I can keep that knee open. And this might be, again, for you, you're just going to go out, but no lifting, that's fine. And your lift might be a small one, as high as mine. And this has taken me with my knees. There are days, but it's been quite good. So I can feel, I just have so much more flexibility abilities, doing my Tai Chi every day with you, and sliding it out. Okay, I believe we did this, and we did the ball of the foot, and we did heel drop. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see my feet. Ball of the foot, heel drop, ball of the foot. Okay, so that pattern, which can be totally fine. Challenge to pick the foot up, place it down, and then drop the heel. Some confuses front to back. So go slower if you need to. Okay, you can keep doing that, but I'm going to go further. So ball of the foot, this is, I believe, yesterday's. Toe, so I'm pointing my toe. Ball of the foot, heel drop. Foot, toe, ball of the foot, heel drop. Ball, toe, ball, heel drop. Ball, toe, ball, heel drop. So I'm going to go ball, toe. If you wish, that's no drop. Ball, toe, over the top, and ball. Problem, and the right foot is so yin is in, yang is out. That's in. Right foot is holding on to too much energy, and there's a block there. So this is a good one for me to make sure I spend some time on. And it's already loosened up. Just that, I think that's the third time. So you may feel the same. And again, you might not be doing this. You might just be doing ball of the foot, heel drop, which is fine. But I definitely can feel that in the big toe. Okay, so that's a few done a little bit. So I need to do some more to release. Now, if you're lucky enough to be in the garden and feet into the grass, you'd be able to feel that energy coming out of the grass and just let out the body. So in our grass here, especially a lot of grass, we have mostly herbs. So we've got some plantain, we have some creeping jenny, we have the dandelions right now. That'll shift over to a couple other yellow flowers, including that I know by name. But each of these grow in your yard and around you are there to support you. Plants that grow as being there for you, that's different than thinking. So right now is the time for dandelion. Dandelion has a span to about, there's about a 6-week span that it likes to. The roots from are fantastic for tea. The leaves are great in salad, and all of it is a and for detoxing. So if you could even just put your feet down into the grass and you can just feel the power of those herbs coming through the body. That is a completely different experience for your Tai Chi. And I didn't go out today, the sun would have just been too bright to broadcast. So you get my cork floor. Okay, so let's imagine you have your feet in your grass and it's whatever herbs and pieces of grass, you're just going to energetically, and let's just feel what that feels like and take that to commencement. Okay, so feeling up the spine, straight up the back, up top of the head and just notice, just because you're sitting taller, but also because in the grass, you also are sitting taller. You have a different capability. And now I just want you to take and breathe in the smell. And then let that go. And then breathe it in again. That float and let go. Breathe it in. And let that go. And again. Nice. Okay, so a couple more. This is no effort. Injury, might be a smaller movement. Just really connect. Beautiful. Okay, now let's work on some dawn use. And again, I'm just going to touch in with my herbs here. I'm aware I can feel them through the ground, but I'm just, there we go. There's the oregano. So this one's got almost an oregano minty more than my other oregano does. Here comes rosemary, now it's perking. Okay, as in that I can smell it. All right, let's go in. See. Push into the feet and let that just come back. Garden in the grass, on a bench that allows you to easily flow back and forth. The quality of the herbs to just help you. And if you're surrounded by dandelions, it's all about life's purpose and circumstances, and it helps you with where you're going next. Dandelion, as well as courage. It's an amazing plant. It's wonderful if you can connect in with it. Let that go. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's think about a couple other moves that we could do seated. In the grass, what we could do. So you know that flow of the right and the left with like a brush knee. You could turn and come back. And we can turn and come back. So this is open and this can be open. So it might be movements that small. I can just feel it go right up my back and my spine and the different muscles that engage just with that rotation. And if you have shoulders, tight hips, that's going to come in. Okay, but let's go to a brush knee. So I'm just going to leave my feet right now. I'm going to focus on my hands up, bringing the hands in. The pelvis is going to just relax a bit and rock from the sit bones closer towards the center. Open. This is coming up. This is going to come in. So in my Chi integration class this morning, we were working on the heart's connection to the brain, connection to the heart chakra. And we're talking about a little bit about moving through the chakras, which every movement does, but we don't really think about that. We've been thinking about meridians and energy lines. So when you have the seated form here, take a minute here. I'm just going to do one more. Taking you back to the pelvis, you have both the root chakra as well as the sacral chakra. So the root chakra would be at the bottom of the body, and then the sacral chakra dantian is. And so when I was a little bit forward, and as soon as I opened my eyes, I sat back and found a solid position that my son stood in, and that would be grounding into the root chakra. So into the floor and all the way up because it's a nice, soft, comfortable position. So this, hands come in, lower dantian is what I usually say when the palm below the belly button. We could focus on the sacral chakra here. So now we have a lift. This sacral, we have an expansion. Now the other hand comes through the middle and pushes out and comes right along, or where the heart chakra would be. So you have a connection between sacral and heart, just in this space. Open. Means you've got just the awareness shifting a little bit. Centers that bring the energy from the outside in. Garden today, the energy of the garden into the body and help feed us and energize us. The oregano singing so beautifully for us is filling us up for sure. I just can't believe how much. Okay, opening that. Beautiful. Okay, so if you got a chance to focus on those 3 chakras, that's fantastic. Okay, so now what if we took, that was word off monkey. My hands switched from brush knees to word off monkey. Let's go to brush knees. So we go, and this time we're going to fall forward into the feet. We're going to connect into the feet. Now this is going to give us a little bit different shoulders. And so that heart chakra also has an assemblage point, brush knee, that is space, allows it to expand and contract. So if things aren't quite in alignment, this can actually bring your cheer into alignment. So in the workshop yesterday, we were talking about the emotional components and the spiritual components of the in supporting us. And we a lot of times focus on the physical aspects of what's going on. A third of what happens for us. You go body, spirit, body, mind, and spirit. There's another 2/3 that need to be looked at. Balancing the emotions and the mental capabilities, as well as the spiritual, which is life purpose, how you focus in life, how you respond in life. If you're coming from a place of anger, is your filter with an anger filter? So when somebody says something to you, you take it from that anger filter and respond back also from that same place. Or if you're coming from a joy, same comment would be filtered completely differently. Okay, I'm hoping that the shoulder blade. Gate in Tai Chi language should be your heart chakra as well. I'm just noticing there's a nice balance between my chakra that wasn't there before. Beautiful. Okay, one more. Then I'm going to stand up and do some movement and show you some other pieces. So let's do step up and white stork spreads wings. So the hands are there, and you're going to sink back bones again. Okay. Then the hand comes down in the front, which is going to be to the sacral chakra. The other hand push into the feet. The hands are going to change. So one is going to go down to the Earth Star. The other one's universe. This is going to come around all the way through. It feels beautiful coming around past the rosemary and then out. And I'm just going to come back, which would be a strum pepa on the side. It should be lining up the spine. Okay, so let's try that again. So you've got step up to raise hands, right hand is up. Lift, open the spine, hand comes down to the chakra, lower dantian, comes out from the heart. Push into the feet and separate. Open the spine. Wings. And then this is brush knee. Expand. And this time it's going to be strum pepa on the left. One more time for that. Those people that are going to be seated, you'll have a nice pattern in here, which yesterday I was trying to through the patterns. So you can start to remember sequences. It comes all the way around. I know every day depends it will be. But also I'm thinking of ways to engage you with Tai Chi in your everyday life. So, gardens seem to be okay, so that gives you a couple of movements seated that you can play with. And if you are a person that needs to be sitting, now you know what you could do on your patio, plants, or in the garden with your feet in the you could be standing in the grass and you can have all of your plants around you as well. Okay, so that. And yesterday, we worked on the third part of the Tai Chi, and just bringing that in, you're going to see the same movements we just did seated, but we're going to put it into the sequence we've been practicing. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to slide my rosemary up, and I'm going to slide my oregano as well. All right, and I'm in a different space today, so I know I'll run out of room. I'm just going to turn this up so you can see my face and just my feet. Okay, beautiful. So here we go. So we've got part 3, hands cross, to sink down into your feet, over to the right foot, and the left side turns in. Expand that and let the back open. Place your right foot, and you're going to do a brush knee. Bow and arrow is going to come straight back. Palm to palm, this comes right out from the heart. Open. 2. Sinking back. This comes around. This is going to be whip out, horizontal. Place the foot and reach out. So we worked on that sequence. How now everything you do moves over towards your right. So we're going to turn to your right side, and we've got 5, horse's mane. This has the figure 8 pattern in it. The energy from the outside through. I'm going to do one green. And then this is grass bird's tail. So I'm just going to slide back into the screen view. Left grass bird's tail. Hold the ball. Weights on the left. You have 3 choices. Fingertip into the wrist, or below. I'm going to do into the field today. Keep feeling all the energy of those plants around on that. Palm to palm then means I'm not going to touch the palms, I'm going to leave them open. And then 2 hands go out, and as I come past these plants, I'm just going to be aware of them there and let that go outside. Okay, I'm going to stop there. People that don't know the set, Fair Lady Shuttle is next, and that's turning in a whole bunch of directions. I want to talk about that a little bit separately. So let's just repeat here. So we have sink, bow and arrow, open, 2 hands. This would come around. Whip out, this goes to your front. Sink back into your right. Parting horse's mane. There's 4. 1 more. Then you're going to hold the ball. Step with the corner. Hold the ball, and now you're facing right sideways. Fill in the space. Notice the energy around you. You know we don't usually talk about Tai Chi this way. In intention and awareness. So you have such a wonderful experience that comes from doing all these actions. And expand. So I can tell you what I'm really feeling today. This is really interesting. My back, which I'm playing games on the weekend, was a little bit tight. It is not tight at all. In fact, I'm noticing more muscles actually. Normally I don't get to because the back is tight. So I'm finding that very interesting. Regular routine for me. Okay, we got that far. So now what I want to do is Fair Lady Shuttle. And if you wanted to, you could plant a different plant at each corner so that you could engage with a different plant for each one. So I'm just going to give you that idea. So let's do Fair Lady Shuttle. And I know I have just, but I'm just going to imagine that I have my other oregano plant, my other herb that I have there. I have, aren't really herbs, but I could put my tomato plants over on this side. Just give me something else to engage here. So it's going to turn left side, turn the right toe, which is going to spiral, step into the expansion. So if you think about how you, and then sink back into your right, turn the left side, put your weight in the left, left, hands across, And you can expand out to receive. Step with the left foot, back left corner. Sink back into the right. Turn the whole left side. To the left, place that toe where you need to go into and step into that corner. Open the hands to receive. Hold the ball. Left grasp. This little sequence is a place for you to re-energize and connect. So if you how you open to receive, this is the place all the way in, past lower dantian, sink, and bring that around. Okay, so let's do that same thing again, and hopefully it gives you a chance to experience a little bit more, not thinking so much. So, into your right, left side turn. Into your left, spirals, sink, step, and everything. Felt good with the plant. Sink into the right, turn, step, and it's coming across. Into the back left corner, expand. Sink back into the right, turn, sink into the left, and turn. Expand and open. Hold the ball, grasp bird's tail, hold the ball, grasp bird. Bow and arrow back, palm to palm. Open, all the way around. Whip to one side, step. Okay, it says two patterns. You have parting horse's name, parting horse's name, which turns around to those four corners, Fair Lady shuttle. When you get to there, that's as far as you put the pattern yesterday to just make a nice. But then you have this beautiful snake. These are delightful in the garden. And if you want to notice hips change, when you're connected to the plants and your feet are in the ground, it is a very different experience. So you don't have quite being in the garden, and you've got rubber soles on, but if you can go barefoot, it's great. Okay, so you're going to sink back into your hips have just released. Open the right. Open the heel of the left. One-legged dog through. Stand on the left foot. Stand open. Here's our ward-up monkey. It's going to go right through the spine to the tailbone. And interestingly enough, on the chair, root chakra, sacral chakra. Step back. It's going to go into the right, into the left foot, and reach forward to your right hand. Okay, so let's just try that little. Sink. Open. Stand on the left. Right. Open. Ward-up monkey. Not sure if that was my very best. Sink through. So now I can feel in that lower back, muscles there, just a little bit tight. Into the right, into the left, reach out to your front. So for those that haven't done the snake before, let me just go through a couple of pieces. One, deep. Here as you are from to the right, and you let the back open. You turn to your front, straight to the front. As you sink into that right leg, this frees up the whole left side. Just is going to into your left corner a little bit. Now, on your right foot, you're not going to go forward into your knee. You see where my hip went there? Go backwards. So you're going to sit down back. And the hand is only going to go through. It's not going to touch the floor and do a broom. It's going to go down because your body did, and then it's going to come up. As it comes up, the fingertips clasped together are going to expand. You would come through, they expand and open, and then you stand. And stand. And you're just sinking onto the leg you're standing on, open the back. One hand goes down, goes up. So they're going in opposite directions. End up balanced in the middle. Okay, that again. So you have sinking open the back, heel opens. Through, stand up and balance, step patois. Okay, now you put your foot down for balance, and you just open that right hand back, step with your left foot, patois, sink. Step with your right foot, open, step with your left foot, open, into, over to the left foot, and then reach up. Okay, now remember things. This is what we started working on. Was you started with carrying to the mountain. You ended up doing parting horses, Rasper's tail came around. Fairly went all the way around. And you should have done move hands like clouds. I skipped them. The pattern at all. What I did is I skipped from that, move hands like clouds, into the snake. So you would have come around, Fair Lady shuttle, finished. You would have done 7 move hands like clouds, which we did do yesterday. Whip. And then that would have brought you to the snake, which takes you into ox stands right and left, or left and right, board off monkey. Okay, that gives you quite movements to put together, a lot to remember, but also directions. So how I remember things is which way do I face? So that carry to the mountain turns you to the back right corner. Then you come to the front, but then you're going to move to the side. So you do this movement, and then you stay there, come around. A shuttle, which corner, 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 comes back, and then move hands like clouds would take you clear across from the right side to the left side. You see how you're covering all the different directions. Whip to one side, this would take you into your snake, which would have you and travel backwards from the left to the right, and then finish there. So you can see, if you think in terms of what direction, that helps you remember also where you're going to be. That's how I remember, is by direction. Okay, let's leave like that. That gives you a lot. And we did Sabre yesterday. Let's go back to low cup a little bit. And I had reviewed in low cup almost to the end of part. We have reviewed all of the pieces. So let's break those pieces down just a little bit. And again, you start to feel like you know where you're going to go. So I'm going to you, which would be front then. And the palm is up. And this is stop the curtain of action, which bluntly is, do you wish to live or die? But we could also think about saying that a little bit gentler. And the patterns that I've made for myself to do every day are all about, and I made that choice and I'm participating. That feels better, doesn't it? Comes up, one step through, and out. Okay, so just that little piece. Let's do that again. My awareness into these beautiful plants beside me. Just breathing that in. Sink. Look. Just now I was thinking and exchanging energy with a tree. I know I mentioned that before. Now and again, you may look at me and go, oh my goodness, what is she? I have two plants here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn and I'm going to make one movement to do with the plant. And I'm just going to go back and forth with the plant. I learned it, which comes out of textbooks, the Toyu. So this is the pattern that, and I would know, which is what I'm, and I would just take time, that way. So I could do that. Then I could go over here to rosemary. I feel definitely very different. Rosemary is more about the rosemary is a little bit soft. The stems of the rosemary plant. Okay, so I could do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that low cup. And I'm going to think about the water wheel, getting the flow of energy in there. So I'm actually just going to turn over here a little bit. And I rosemary, oregano right in front of me now. I'm just here. So maybe you have a plant that you can do that with. And then sink. Bringing that in. And expand. Even the speed changes. The shoulder feels expand. Sink. Step and then let that go. Oh, okay, that was a little bit different. Okay, I don't know if you had a plan to do it with So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to focus on the rosemary here. So turn the rosemary. All right. So there's the rosemary plant. I'm going to do the same pattern. Here goes. And then step. Okay. So you can go crazy if you like. This one feels energy like a big bubble. And this one is like solid. The stalks on it are really, really strong. That's what I feel when I'm doing this. So the rotations for this coming through my spine, more like this, tighter. It's keeping me really solid. This kind of mushes everything up a little bit. So let's say awareness. So your job is to go play with that. Okay, so we have just finished pushing out with the brow. Let for memory. So you've got to the brow. Connect back here. See. Hold the ball. Step. Going down to the knee. This comes through. Together. Through the top of the spine. Open, sink. Out from the center. Roll around. It's going to roll back. I'll just do some sink, and then you walk through your feet. So you're going heel to toe, up onto the toes, toe heel the toe, push up. Okay, so let's just do that part again. So you've got to the brow with your left hand. Down to your knee. Hold the ball. And down. Wipes through. Together. And that's going to come around to your right, just to your front. Sinks back. Up. And walk through heel toe, toe heel. Okay, one more sequence before we finish today. So you had pushing out. This is going to sit back. Turn. The hands are going to roll all the way around so you can sink onto it. Step straight to the back. Aqua, parallel, reach out. And then expect top, sink. Foot, That's going to expand. Comes back. And then it's going to, ooh, that was, okay, let's try it one more time. Move over just, so we finished two-handed push. Sink. Turn the whole right side around, roll the hands. Sink on the right, step with the left foot, and reach out. Step, half quad, parallel, reach up, let that go, down to the right. Spiral up, comes back to the right hand, and reach out. All right, as before, always very easy, comfortable. So if those patterns were stressing you out a little bit, something really nice and simple. Take your feet from toes towards the corner, heel goes straight on both, toes go a little bit to the corner, rise the hands up, and then you're going to sink down. Slightest, a little bit. Feel my knees are not too happy to want to go further, so I'm just going to go wave up. Stomach's going to relax, let go. Let that go. Let that go. Expand. Back starting to move now. Sink a little bit. And back. Okay. Last crossover, crossover. Tongue goes to the roof of the mouth. Just relax. Your body just kind of fall over a little bit when you've had enough. Because I usually don't need very much. Everything is usually pretty connected. Bring the fingertips together. Nice big breath in. Let the stomach completely relax. Body will move when it's ready. Notice the body pendulum when you move. That's the body just telling you when energetically there's been a shift. And you just move. Sometimes it's sideways. Usually it's on this one, but could be in any direction. Okay. I played with concepts today. I opened up the mind to some completely different ideas. If working with you, then you know that I have an herb workshop which will help identify ingredients and the way that you can play with plants. But mostly I just want you to know, get out there, enjoy them, put your feet in the grass, enjoy the possibilities that all of this beautiful greenery around you is going to produce, as well as what the flowers will be doing. Just opened up. Sad to say that to all you people on the West Coast, because you are just opened up, and daffodils are still blooming. It's absolutely gorgeous. So today, tomorrow, thank you for tuning in.